Let's be honest. Who among us isn't a little bit narcissistic? That admiring look we give ourselves when we stand in front of the mirror in the morning. We all have it, but watch out. There's a razor-thin line between confidence and being in love with yourself. One can take you to the top, and the other can push you into loneliness. This 10-question test we made will help you measure your narcissistic traits within a scientific framework. Don't bother looking for a pen and paper. Scroll down and open the comments right now and write your scores there. Let's see if your ego is about to surprise you. If you're ready, let's drop the masks and begin. Question 1. You meet up with a friend. During the conversation, how much do you talk about yourself? A. Rarely. I usually prefer to listen. B. Sometimes. Depending on the flow of the conversation, I talk about myself now and then. C. Often. I like bringing the topic back to me. D. Constantly. Other people's lives don't interest me. I'm always the one talking. Let's see, are you a listener or a talker? If you chose A, you good listeners, write down 10 points. If you said B and kept a balance, you get 20 points. If you chose C and never let go of the MIC, 30 points. And if you chose D and said, the world revolves around me, you just grabbed 40 points for that ego. Question 2. How strong is your need for attention from other people? A. No, I don't really like attention. B. Sometimes. Being praised feels good once in a while. C. Even for a few minutes. I can't stand not getting attention. D. Yes, I always want to be the center of attention. Let's see what your attention hunger level looks like. If you chose and said, spotlight stress me out, that's 10 points. If you chose B, you balanced ones, 20 points for you. If you chose C and you wilt when you don't get attention, 30 points. And if you chose D and said, the stage should be mine, you just got 40 points for that. Ego. Question 3. Do other people's success affect you? How often do you compare yourself? A. Yes, I like seeing where I stand. B. No, everyone's path is different. C. Constantly. I have to beat everyone. D. Sometimes. It happens, but I try not to get hung up on it. Let's see if you're competitive or more laid back. If you chose B, you confident ones, 10 points for you. If you chose D and you're only affected sometimes, you get 20 points. If you chose and said, I measure myself, that's 30 points. And if you chose C and said, I have to be the best, for that endless ambition, 40 points goes on your score. Question 4. When you achieve something, how do you share it? Do you brag often? A. Sometimes. If it comes up, I'll mention it. B. Constantly. I tell everyone they need to hear it. C. No, there's no need. My success is already obvious. D. Yes, I like showing off my achievements. Let's see how humble you really are. If you chose C, you quiet heroes, 10 points for you. If you chose A and you only talk about it when asked, 20 points. If you chose D and said, I like putting it on display, you get 30 points. And if you chose B and said, everyone should listen to me, for that endless need for applause, 40 points goes on your score. Question 5. When you talk about yourself, how honest are you? Do you often exaggerate your abilities? A. No, I'm honest about what I can do. B. Sometimes. If it makes me look better, I'll exaggerate. C. Constantly. I always describe it like it's more than it is. D. Yes, I like looking impressive. Let's see how realistic you are. If you chose A, you grounded friends, 10 points for you. If you chose B and tell little white lies, 20 points. If you chose D and said, I like to show off, you get 30 points. And if you chose C and truly believe, I'm way more than I actually am, for that ego, 40 points goes on your score. Question 6. When you walk into a room, how do you manage the energy? Do you try to make yourself the center of attention? A. No, I want others to shine. B. Always. All eyes should be on me or I get bored. C. Sometimes. If the vibe is right, I'll be on stage. D. Yes, I like being the center of attention. It feels good. Let's see how social you are and how dominant. If you chose A, you modest friends, 10 points for you. If you chose C and said, I go with the room, you get 20 points. If you chose D and said, I like the spotlight, you get 30 points. And if you chose B and said, in every situation, I'm the star, for that endless hunger for attention, 40 points goes on your score. Question 7. You're in a tough situation. How often do you put your own needs ahead of other people's? A. Sometimes. If it won't hurt anyone, I come first. B. Always. I'm more important than everything me first. C. Yes. My needs are the priority. D. No. I think about other people too. Let's see how selfish you are. If you chose D, you selfless friends, 10 points for you. If you chose and said, I stay balanced, you get 20 points. If you chose C and said, me first, you get 30 points. And if you chose B and said, I don't care if the world burns, my wants come first. For those high standards of yours, 40 points goes on your score. Question 8. You're waiting in line or getting a service. How much do you expect special treatment? A. Sometimes. If I truly deserve it. B. No. I prefer to be equal with everyone. C. Yes. I deserve better treatment than other people. D. Always. Privilege is my birthright. Let's see if you've got prince or princess syndrome. If you chose B, you equality-minded friends, 10 points for you. If you chose and said, if I've earned it, I'll take it, you get 20 points. If you chose C and said, I can't be ordinary, you get 30 points. And if you chose D and live in the world should serve me mode, for that sky-high expectation, 40 points goes on your score. Question 9. A friend of yours achieves something big. What's the first feeling that hits you? A. Sometimes I get jealous, but I'm still happy for them. B. Constantly. I feel miserable, wishing it were me. C. No. Their success makes me happy. D. Yes. Deep down I'm jealous, I can't help it. Let's see how competitive you are. If you chose C, you pure-hearted friends, 10 points for you. If you chose and said, it's human nature, you get 20 points. If you chose D and you're only secretly jealous, you get 30 points. And if you chose B and you're asking the world, why them? Why not me? For that endless envy, 40 points goes on your score. Question 10. Let's end with a tough one. Do you put other people down to make yourself feel better? A. Yes. Making others feel small gives me power. B. Sometimes. If I'm feeling bad, I do it. C. No. There's no need to crush anyone. D. Constantly. I remind them that I'm superior. Let's see how your inner bully is doing. If you chose C, you mature ones, 10 points for you. If you chose B and you only do it as a defense mechanism, 20 points. If you chose and said, power has to be mine, you get 30 points. And if you chose D and you think, I'm the king, they're the slaves. For that lonely spot at the top, 40 points goes on your score. If your total is between 100 and 160 points, you're humble. Your narcissism level is around 10%. Your confidence is solid, but you don't use it to put other people down. Your empathy is high. People feel valued around you because you truly listen to them. If your score is between 161 and 240, you're balanced. Your narcissism level is 40%. Being praised and getting attention feels good sometimes, but that's very human. In your relationships, you might be selfish once in a while, but you can recognize your mistake and make it right. You have a healthy ego if you're between 241 and 320 points. You're a covert narcissist. Your narcissism level is 75%. You feel special and you expect privilege. You're competitive and you don't like losing. That ambition can take you to success. But be careful, you might be neglecting the people you love. And finally, if you scored between 321 and 400 points, you're a perfect narcissist. Your level is 99%. You think the world revolves around you. You struggle with empathy and you see people as tools to reach your goals. That's an incredible confidence, but if you don't want to end up alone, it might help to look not only in the mirror, but also around you.